What is the one rule of life? You are born, you live, and you die. It's the contract every living thing on this planet signs, except one. Deep in the ocean, a silent revolution is underway. A creature exists that doesn't just defy death, it laughs in its face. It has found a loophole in the laws of biology so profound, it changes how we define life itself. This isn't science fiction. This is the story of the only biologically immortal animal on Earth, and by the end of this video, you will question everything you thought you knew. To understand why this is so impossible, we have to understand senescence, the scientific term for biological aging. It's the gradual deterioration of function that claims us all. But for one tiny, translucent jellyfish, that word is meaningless. Meet Turritopsis Dohrnii. At just 5 millimeters tall, it's smaller than a fingernail. It can be eaten, it can get sick, it can be killed, but here is the fact that shatters logic. When it faces physical trauma, starvation, or even the simple stress of old age, it doesn't succumb. Instead, it performs the ultimate biological magic trick. It reverses its life cycle. Let's slow this miracle down and see how it works. An adult jellyfish, injured and dying, begins to change. Its tentacles retract. Its pulsating bell, the very thing that gives it motion, dissolves. Its entire body, a complex adult organism, starts to shrink. But it's not decomposing, it's devolving. Within days, it has transformed itself back into its earliest childhood form, a tiny plant-like polyp anchored to the seafloor. Imagine a magnificent eagle with broken wings, choosing not to die but to morph back into its egg to be born again. That is the scale of what we're talking about. This process is called transdifferentiation. It's a word you need to remember. It means that the jellyfish's cells can completely change their identity. A skin cell can become a nerve cell. A muscle cell can become an egg cell. It's the ultimate biological reset button. And from this reborn polyp, something incredible happens. It doesn't just grow into one new jellyfish. It buds. It creates an entire army of genetically identical clones, a fleet of perfect copies, all carrying the same immortal blueprint. One life facing death becomes many lives, darting over. And theoretically, this cycle can repeat infinitely. Let's pause right there. Think about how utterly insane that is. We are literally watching an animal reverse aging. If your mind is officially melted, then you're our kind of person. This is where you come in. Help us solve nature's greatest mysteries. Smash that like button. It tells YouTube you want more content like this. Subscribe and hit the bell, because next up, we're investigating the zombie ant fungus that takes over brains. But most importantly, I want to hear your theory down in the comments. Is immortality a blessing or a curse? Let's get the best conversation on the internet started right now. Now, back to the mystery, but the plot thickens. This isn't some rare creature hiding in an abyssal trench. Scientists believe the immortal jellyfish has become a global invader, hitchhiking across the world's oceans in the ballast water of cargo ships. From the canals of Italy to the coasts of Japan, its silent empire is expanding. It's everywhere. And this is where it gets personal for us. Why are scientists so obsessed with this tiny blob? Because its cellular cheat code could revolutionize human medicine. Studying transdifferentiation could be the key to regenerating spinal cord injuries, curing Alzheimer's by regrowing neural tissue and creating new strategies to fight cancer. This isn't just a cool animal fact. It's a roadmap to a medical future we once thought was impossible. The most incredible part, its immortality was discovered entirely by accident. In the 1980s, a German marine biology student, Christian Sommer, was collecting jellyfish samples in the Mediterranean. He left a few in a petri dish, and they apparently died. But when he went to clean the dish days later, he found it wasn't covered in decomposing goo. It was covered in hundreds of tiny newborn polyps. They hadn't died, they had reversed their life cycle because of the stress of captivity. He had accidentally discovered the animal equivalent of the fountain of youth. This forces us to ask terrifying philosophical questions. If a life can restart itself, is death optional? Is it a flaw in our own biological programming? For Turritopsis, immortality isn't about being invincible, it's about having infinite potential. It can die, but it doesn't have to. And this leads to the most mind-bending question of all. If an immortal jellyfish clones itself over and over, spreading across the globe, are they all separate individuals? Or are they all just extensions of one single, ancient, interconnected life form? A distributed being that might be millions of years old, hiding in plain sight. Think about that for a second. So, the billion-dollar question, can we steal its secret? The answer is maybe. The genes that allow for transdifferentiation are incredibly complex, but they exist in us too, mostly dormant. We already use a similar process, stem cell therapy. Scientists are now mapping the immortal jellyfish's genome, searching for the exact triggers. We are literally trying to learn how to reboot our own cells from a jellyfish. The quest for human immortality is no longer a myth. It's a field of scientific research, and it all started with this tiny, floating marvel. The immortal jellyfish is a powerful reminder. The universe's most astonishing secrets aren't always hidden on distant planets. Sometimes they're floating right beside us in the vast, dark, and infinitely mysterious ocean. All we have to do is look, stay curious,